Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind. You know, where would we be without Elon Musk? Well, the reality is, in a much different world. And no, I'm not being hyperbolic, it's not an exaggeration, in a much different world. Elon Musk buying Twitter has changed everything. All of a sudden, dissenting opinions are allowed. All of a sudden, pro-Trump stories are trending, and the reality of Joe Biden's mental state and his family corruption is finally seeing the light of day and people are being exposed to it. It's a different world. And so, no wonder certain groups representing the puppet master class are so angry. Folks, there's an advertiser war currently going on, attempting to shut down Twitter, attempting to ruin Elon Musk, or I guess not Twitter, but rather X. They're trying to rein him in, they're trying to control him. But Elon Musk had a very, very divisive, very specific message to all of his deep state detractors, and that's a message of GFY. Go F yourself. And that's a literal quote. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Folks, where would we be? What would we do without Elon?
Now, obviously, you know that there's a public perception that, and you're clarifying this now, but there's a public perception that that was part of a apology tour, if you will. That this had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f*** yourself.
But
go f*** yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
well, let me ask you then.
That's how I feel. Don't advertise.
How do you think then about the economics of X? If part of the underlying model, at least today, and maybe it needs to shift, maybe the answer is it needs to shift away from advertising. If you believe that this is the one part of your business where you will be beholden to those who have this view, what do you do?
F-Y.
I understand that, but there's a reality too, right?
Yes. No.
I mean, Linda Yaccarino's right here, and she's got to sell advertising.
Absolutely. So, totally. No. Actually, what this advertising boycott is going to do, it's going to kill the company.
And do you think that
and the whole world will know that those advertisers killed the company, and we will document it in great detail.
But those advertisers, I imagine, are going to say, we didn't kill the company.
Oh yeah.
They're going to say,
tell it to Earth.
But they're going to say, Elon, that you killed the company because you said these things, and that they were inappropriate things, and that they didn't feel comfortable on the platform, right? That's what they're going to say.
And let's see how Earth responds to that.
He is the frickin' best. This is a man who is all principle. This is a man who is full-on substance with very little emphasis or focus on style. This is a man who tells the truth. It's an amazing thing to see, and no wonder they hate him so much. The left is always trying to portray this image of Elon Musk as if he's so divisive and dangerous, as if he's just another evil billionaire, but Elon Musk is putting literally everything he's built at risk to stand up for what he believes is right, to stand up for your First Amendment rights. I mean, I think this interaction was really perfect. I think the guy interviewing him is from CNBC, if I'm not mistaken. A typical mainstream media journalist guy. I don't think this guy's the worst, but he seems totally perplexed. He's operating in this corporate world where all that matters are profits and keeping advertisers happy. And I think it's the perfect juxtaposition. It shows the difference between a corporate media stooge and an authentic, honest human being. I mean, there's really no other response. You know, the implication is that Elon Musk at every point in turn should simply capitulate to the advertisers, do as they say pretty much, or else fall in line with the political correct nonsense, or else, in other words, attempting to blackmail him, control his speech, and control speech on the platform. And when faced with that kind of evil, the only legitimate response is absolute rejection, fighting, a refusal to comply. The only legitimate response is GFY, because where does that path lead us? Short-term profits, followed by the complete degradation of society and loss of our rights? Short-term profits for a company, but the loss of your average person's ability to properly participate in the public discussion, and of course within the democratic process itself. When you're met with that kind of situation, screw the frickin' advertisers. A new precedent must be set, and Elon Musk, I think, made an interesting interesting point. How's the world going to react? That's the question that I always ask myself. How are we going to react? It's time to mobilize some social action for some positive change for once. Not the BLM grift taking advantage of sensitive topics, but rather just a collective body of outrage that mobilizes its collective will against evil. Exactly the same thing that happened with Bud Light. What Bud Light did was pretty bad. What advertisers, major advertisers, like Apple and other companies are currently doing in their attempts to blackmail X, what they're doing is arguably much worse than what Bud Light ever did. So the question is, are we going to do something about it? Are we going to participate in this little social game and have our voices heard and make something happen? Send a clear message to these advertisers that their blackmail and their boycotts will not be tolerated. Will people stand up for First Amendment rights, for freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and open discussion on Twitter without advertiser censorship? That's the question I'm asking myself, if people will stand up for their rights. It's time to do something, folks, because tyranny doesn't always show its face in the form of government. Corporatocracy, corporate tyranny, crony capitalism, advertiser censorship campaigns, well, that's exactly what they are. Tyranny, oppression, blackmail, force, the subversion of your rights. What it really boils down to in the end is, will we let the corporate overlord puppet masters win? Will we let them subvert our democracies? Will we let them overthrow our governments and all the major corporations? Will we give them power to control our speech? That's the question. Will we allow this society to succumb to the evil? That is the fundamental question here. That is absolutely what we're facing, and that's exactly what Elon Musk is fighting against. For me, the answer is simple. Absolutely not, I won't let them win. If I have to pay $25 a month in a supportive monthly subscription charge for Twitter to remain profitable, or for Twitter to at least continue existing moving forward, I'll do that. If I have to fight like hell to boycott companies who are boycotting advertising on Twitter because they don't like that free speech is back, then I'm going to do that. I am going to do whatever I have to do to save society from this scourge of leftist tyranny. I will stand in the way of this globalist abuse of private enterprise, and I will stand up unequivocally for free speech, an open public discussion and flow of information, and fair elections. In other words, I'm standing right alongside Elon Musk, and the more people start saying that, the more people start doing that, the less power Mark Zuckerberg's and the CIA and the FBI and the Tim Cooks of the world and the George Soroses will have over our everyday lives, our speech, and our elections in government. Elon Musk is right. The message is, go F yourself. That's what I got for you guys on this one, though. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, friends, and I'll see you on the next one.